Zeofate plays Ixion. And welcome everybody to Ixion. Now, I remember playing this a bit when it first came out and doing a series on it. I honestly don't remember why I ended the series. But, friend really wanted to watch me play this as a series again, so okay. I'm just going to start recording, and when I've got a series of my current active YouTubes that go die, that's when you'll see this live on YouTube. Or, well, you'll see it on YouTube. May not necessarily be live. So, what this game is this game is a colony survivor based on a space station. Well, I can't really call it a space station because the fucker moves. It's a spaceship, a giant-ass one. But that's the game. Gather resources, solve mysteries, progress. So let's get started. Now, personally, I'm more wanting to chill on this and see the story rather than focusing more on oh shit, everybody's gonna die if I screw this up. So I'm gonna go for a casual playthrough. I'll start making things more difficult next playthroughs too. Since I love these cutscenes, my avatar is gonna blink so you can get full view.
Launch control, we have typing clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clean procedures, check. Guidance go. Attest to safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad. to Tycoon Docking Bay. Welcome on board, passengers.
That fade in was just beautiful.
Shuttle EMV Sharon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on...
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm getting this stuff set up so that I can access and remove. Okay, so I need I was afraid of that. Let's get that one there.
Aboard the Tycoon. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista. So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project. the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
Okay.
Administrator, I have established a connection with Dolus' lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos' lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munshi, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there's a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay. Now that those have been done, because I didn't want to interrupt those to try to explain what I was doing. So one of the first things I did was I came into our docking bay and I got a science ship, a cargo ship, and then a mining ship going. You want these up and running because if you don't have a mining ship and you don't have the polymer to make one, you're screwed. Simple as that. So I knew there's enough polymer in order to make all of them. Because, like, I've still got 2 polymer here, and I've got 30 in stockpile. This one's already got all 20 that it's used building. And the mining ship's only going to take 20, so I'm going to have 10 left over. Another thing I started getting built is I want my center to be pretty much where everybody's going to live. So I'm setting up my houses here. Well, paying attention to the fact that these arrows here, there's 4 of them on each side. They mark the transfer points between sectors. Because there's actually a sector here, another sector here, another sector, another sector. Like, you have 6 sectors that you can work with. You can see them down here in this corner. Because of that, I want to ensure that I can get access back and forth. Another thing I did was I went and built a tech lab as quickly as possible. The reason why is because until you've done some extra research, you only get one research per 30 cycles. So you get one research per 30 days. So early on, you want to try to get that up and running and churning out as quickly as possible while you're doing anything else. Got our infirmary up. I have storage for our metal. Storage for our I can't even remember what it's called now. Polymer. And storage for food. I've got my workshop put in place, although I am probably going to end up moving that at some point. And that's currently what I've got going. In the system view, as soon as I got my science ship, I sent them to the moon, which we can now do our first event. So, we've got an abandoned base there. Now, the thing with these is some choices will disable other choices, so you're really going to have to pay attention. Some you can do multiple of the choices before they get disabled. It's up to you which one you want to do. I happen to know the best order for this one, which is exploit the vulnerability and just let it run. So, let's see what these people want. Okay. That is going to then turn around, and that's going to give us access to our mess hall. Yeah, if you hover over here, it shows you how many workers are required for the sector. In this instance right now is 36. How many currently are available, which is 79. If you go over that, you're going to cause some issues. It gives you how many workers are injured and how many workers are on strike. You want to keep your working conditions in optimal. That is where the fewest accidents happen and the fewest incidents. Whereas if they're overworked or overstressed, bad things are going to happen.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, that is going to give us some research. And the next choice is we're just going to simply dismantle that base. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit.
A science ship team has completed a task.
There we go. Now I'm going to let my science ship sit there for a little bit and gather up that research. But one of the other things I need to do is now I need to come into my fleet management. I'm just going to set... These guys are just going to mine everything. Solid buttons like you see here. Actually, get rid of that. How solid the button is going to determine what priority it is. So the first priority I want is it's going to grab people and it's going to grab cryopods. Then I want you to grab any of the completed resources. Then finally you're going to grab the raw resources. Because completed resources I can utilize right away, where raw resources I'm going to need process. Your priority list is down here. If it's empty like this, it will not act and it will not go and gather those particular resources. Now, as your science ship is sitting here, it's just going to just slowly eke away at that. Keep an eye on that so that once it's done, you can turn around and...
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Markup Council member Henry Bargeville.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabe, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabe will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolos's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolos expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Okay. So, now that that's done, that's all done. You are full. So because you're full, I'm going to shut you down. And I'm just going to tuck another one in here. Actually not using any of you, so we'll shut you down for now. I need you turned on a little bit just so that this can get constructed. Okay, you are done out here. So let's start looking at our research. So I need... Really, I'm going to need all three of these. I have more than enough research. So let's get the probe launcher going. I'm well aware it wants me to build this one first, but I'm holding off on that. The more of these things you have, the more hull degradation you're going to have. block these off for now. Excellent. Just gonna wait for that to get done.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay. So I'm building 2 of these. This one I have the power shut off. I just want this built because I am going to need it later on. Let's deal with outside. What? Oh. Right, okay. Because that's shut down, you are returning to the station. Get our next bit of research going. We're going to get our insect farm going. Because I want to be able to produce some food. Okay, and we got the insect farm unlocked, so now we're going to start working on our EVA. The reason why I'm putting these down here is because once I get like the ships assigned to them, you're really never really going to interact with these directly. So just having them out of the way makes sense. Those temporarily laid out. Got to keep an eye on my power, because as my power runs out, I'm going to need to shut stuff down in order to keep power going. Yeah, I have 7 workers left. that covers that, so which means that go like that. Clear that out. Get a connection there. That should be good. Let's clear out that. I'm not going to need this, so we'll shut that off for now. Shut that off. That's got people, that's got people. Okay. Yeah, I actually know I'm going to get more population soon, so let's get those put in place, but we will have them powered down when they get built. Okay, airlock's been unlocked, which is good. I want this stuff here gone before I go and do anything else. So I want to start cleaning up here. EVA layer lock. Okay.
Hey, listen!
Yeah, first of the stream, first of the day. Hey, you're going to laugh at me for what I'm going to do the 18th of next month.
Has arrived at its destination.
What are you going to do on the 18th of next month? Because if it's jump up and down and do the hula, yes, I will laugh at you. Here they're doing construction. Let's see what's going on here. I'm always going to prioritize research. So it's our options are repair the facility in exchange for resources, repair the facility in exchange for research data. Daddy Cat. Daddy Lakin. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so let's set our cargo ship for that. So he's going to load up and take off. Which means I temporarily need to have you turned on because you need to set off some bombs. Okay, you are done, so I can turn you back off for now. You, I am going to need turned on. You're going to be set to food. Shut you down. You're going to be set for polymer. We will shut you down. And actually, let's temporarily keep you offline. Right now, I'm juggling between the number of people I have and the amount of resources I have. And what is going on here? Okay, it's this. No, there we go. A little bit of a stiff neck moment there. Just make sure you guys are got shut off.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, let's see what you got. Okay, you got that done. Mm-hmm. Okay, I really need to start getting our steel research up and running, because, well, we're gonna need that shit sooner rather than later. How are you doing? Come on, guys, I kind of need this stripped. Now, you're going to take 12 power and 9 people. So I need to temporarily shut you down. Shut you down. Actually, you can remain on. I'm going to temporarily shut you down because I actually don't need you at the moment. So, let's get external. Let's get those going. That is going to give us a jump in power. Which we desperately needed in order to get some stuff back up and running. What? You done?
A science ship
Thank you.
has arrived at its destination.
Get our final thing, which is going to be our probe construction. These turn back on so you can start chewing through that. Got our power up. Good. Workers are doing good. Okay, so we got signature trace of EKP system has been detected near Saturn. Okay, so it's our property, and we haven't deployed anything out here. So let's send a team to investigate.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, good. That's done. Let's turn on the auto build for the probes. I mean, I don't have much polymer left, but I only need one probe. Okay, that's done. So let's those going. since we now have the power, let's get our homes up and running. And when it hits those green bars, that's when you know you've hit something that you want to deal with. That's why I launched that one probe. Okay. Probe's completed. Scan. Good. Send you off. Now, to trigger the next thing, I need to actually overwork my employees.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Okay.
A new request.
And
awaits
that's
your
what we
attention.
needed. We needed to request the workers. Everything's up and running
A
good.
science ship has arrived at its
You
destination.
can get dismantled. Okay. So send resources to Outer Hope. That's the last thing I know I'm going to need my researcher to do in here. So once these events are done, I'm just going to send it back to the Tycoon, because you have to get your ships back before you can jump. Well, I suppose you don't have to, it's just really recommend. Little trick, if you shut off a stockpile while it still has stuff in it, like you watch, this stockpile fills up and then it still remains there. You can set this to grab, like say, iron. Then it'll start loading up with iron as long as it's active.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. $20 more polymer, and that is excellent. So you can head back to the Tycoon. you we're going to turn on. And honestly, I think I'm going to need things in this order. I want multiple of these. You have done everything you need to do, so we'll shut you off for now. I have 10 employees. Okay, I keep getting absorbed into what I'm doing, so my apologies. You're paying $1 for Game Pass, premium for 14 days, just for Fortnite Cruise, just for my girlfriend. Fair enough. Keep the girlfriend happy, it's always important. Plus the Simpsons are coming, so why not? Nah. And why can't you wait for tomorrow there, Mud? Shut you off temporarily. Should get me the people I need to have you turned on and let you get to what you're doing. Okay, we will shut you down for now. You're doing your clean cycle, you're doing all that. I have the 100 material I need. Let's get... I'm gonna need to leave you two running. No, actually... I can shut you off for now. Turn you on. And let's get our Bull engine constructed. That is ultimately the last task we need to do. Dude, going bowling, then going to eat, then bowling, and then going to the movies for your birthday, that is a fucking awesome ass day, especially when you got friends coming up to visit and do it. GG. Happy birthday. Okay, at this point in time, we have done everything we can do.
Administrator,
Let's get
because
you
of your
turned on. Actually, we'll get you shut off for now. Get you shut off, because we don't need you anymore. We'll get you shut off, because I don't need you anymore. So I have a few more people that I'm working, so let's get that turned on.
continued successful management of the Tycoon, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri.
Okay. Well, since workers are no longer a concern,
Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the full bonding procedure.
okay.
Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Okay, you're now moving perfectly fine. Now in orbit of the moon is where we need to be.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tycoon is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light, and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
And this is where we'll wrap up for this episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And we will see you all next time.